Good morning, all of you. Very good morning. Okay. Are you all excited to apply all the knowledge we have gathered in 2 classes? Yes, I can understand for some of you, yesterday's class was little technical, right or not? In the first class, you all followed what to take care while you solve the business head problems, add and less. Then in the very first class, we studied everything about depreciation, additional depreciation, rates, how to make block and all, right? Yesterday, what we did was section 30 to 37. Okay, this is allowed, this is allowed. So it was not technical, but one concept, one scientific research allowed. I made you write the booster notes and concept. Preliminary expenses, 1/5 allowed, we have written. Scientific research in-house and all allowed. You can donate to the approved laboratories and all that we have seen yesterday. Okay, today's class is most important. Every inter-final student should attend it. That in exam you're getting 14 marks question in inter. Compute the tax as per default tax regime, compute the tax as per normal tax regime, and compare. In final, you get compute the normal tax as per add and less, and then compute the tax as per match. So how do you solve the problems? Maximum possible practice we will do in today's class for practicing 14 marks question. Rest for business head combined with deductions, which is very popular. We will do the questions in computation of income. Good morning, all of you who are joining live. Now tell me one thing. All of you are here. Are you having the PDF, hard copy, soft copy? Is it there with you? Right? Preferably hard copy because these problems are lengthy. When I'm reading the problem, I'm reading with the exact mindset which student should read. Right or not? Yeah? Just give me 1 second, dear students. All right. Chalo. What we will do is, we will do the add and less sum of the questions, and then we will take up the more concepts. Yes, there is something more we have to study here, and that is 44 AD. 44 AD, 44 ADA, वो सब भी पढ़ना है, 44 series. Okay, can we just say the gist what we have done yesterday? Section 30 to 37 says it's allowed. Scientific research is allowed. Bad debt is allowed. Then preliminary expenses, 1/5 every year is allowed. Demerger expenses, 1/5 every year is allowed. VRS expense, whatever you pay, 1/5 is allowed. So like this, we have seen what is 1/5, 1/5, 1/5 allowed. Yes, right? Now, after that, yesterday I also did what is not allowed. So, not allowed, first thing was any payment you make outside India, interest, fees, royalty, salary, commission, you are generating income for an NRI. Should you deduct TDS? Yes. If not, 100% of expenditure is disallowed. For example, I pay rupees 10,000 interest to David in London and I miss deducting TDS. That 10,000 is not allowed as my business expense. In India, if I make payment to someone for whom I'm generating income and TDS I forget to deduct, then 30% disallowed. There 100% disallowed, here 30% disallowed. Is it clear to all of you? Right. Now, okay, this is one aspect. Then they said payment to relatives. Okay, so to relatives, when you are paying and if you are making unreasonable payment, that is disallowed. Can we pay salary, commission? I said my husband is running a business. Can he pay salary to my son? Yes. Commission, yes. But it has to be reasonable. Ma'am, who will decide reasonable? Department will decide the reasonable. Okay? Right. So what is reasonable? That department will decide. And if they say that, okay, you have paid 50,000 salary per month, but according to the qualification and experience, your son should not get more than 35,000. So 15,000 is disallowed. Okay. Now, most important where we closed the class yesterday was any payment in cash above 10,000 revenue or capital related to business disallowed. So any payment you have to make on a single day to a single person above 10,000, you have to make it by RTGS, NIFT, UPI, any of the online modes of payment. Correct? Right? Clear to all of you? Thank you so much. Your comments are showing that you all are following. Now you cannot make payment to a transporter more than 35,000 in a single day in cash. If I send someone to get stationery in from a wholesaler, 12,000 in cash, he got it, my person. Can I say till 10,000 it is allowed now, madam? No. Once beyond 10,000, if you do expenditure in cash, whole of the expenditure is disallowed. Okay. So this is the point where we have closed the class, and related to this, some problems were there. So I want to go a little slow and revise yesterday's class. Are you all with me? थोड़े प्रॉब्लम्स भी बीच में हमने छोड़े थे वो रिवाइज करेंगे एंड देन वी विल अप्लाई ऑल द नॉलेज ऑफ यस्टरडे एंड टुडे फैमिली प्लानिंग एक्सपेंसेस रेवेन्यू अलाउड कैपिटल अलाउड 1/5 ये सब कर करके then we will solve the problems and apply this knowledge. Okay, right. I'm scrolling and I hope you all are getting this question. I have discussed in the class only. 21st problem. Yes, they can give you. Transporter, you can pay up to 35,000. Very correct. That means you have seen the lecture yesterday. Very good, very good. But why most of you listening to me right now are not attending live? If you're working and watching in the evening, that's fine. But otherwise, I would request all the students to attend the classes live. Okay? Next. Yeah, this question can be asked like this again. So I want to do it. It's little in-depth, but very nice. This is based on all our knowledge of yesterday's class. Interest 12,000 is paid to a resident partnership firm. And what is their turnover? 54 lakhs. And how much interest they have paid? 12,000. Okay. Now, SSC is not subject to tax audit since the turnover is 54 lakhs. Therefore, SSC is not liable to deduct TDS. You're right. Above 10,000, if we pay interest to someone, we should deduct. Yeah. What we should deduct? Right. We should deduct the TDS. But we have not deducted the TDS. So generally, this is disallowed. But here it is allowed because this person's turnover is less than 1 crore. You know, if your turnover exceeds 1 crore, you have to get your books audited. So he's having only 54 lakhs. So he's not supposed to deduct the thing. Right? Okay. Next is interest of 4,000 was paid to RD Burman, a non-resident. Oh. Now, if you pay interest royalty fees outside India, forget about your turnover, but you have to deduct TDS under section 195, right? And this interest you have paid to an NRI without deducting TDS, it is disallowed, not allowed. Okay, right. Next, 3 lakh was paid as salary to a resident individual. When you pay salary to someone above basic exemption, 2,50,000, you're generating income for him, right? So you should deduct TDS. If it is not deducted, it is disallowed. TDS on salary in India is covered, so payment of 3 lakh to resident on which TDS was not deducted is disallowed. To the expense 30%. I hope you are getting the gist of all this is in India, if you make someone payment and TDS was required to be deducted, you didn't deduct it, disallowed. Next, if you are making payment outside India, you are required to deduct TDS, you didn't deduct it, 100% disallowed. So 3 lakh ka 30% disallowed. He has sold goods worth 5 lakh to Dev. He gave Mr. Dev a discount of 12,000 later. In none of these transactions, tax was deducted. Okay. In case of sale, there is no tax. Sale of goods and cash discount are business transaction and there is no TDS on sales. TDS is when you are generating income for others. So I hope this is a very beautiful question and the reason of taking this is same can be repeated. Now payment above 10,000 in a single day to a single person. Can I pay 8,000 to a person in 3 different days? Yes. Will it be allowed? Yes. But on a single day to same person from morning to evening also if I pay 8,000, it will become 24,000. Okay? Right. Some payments are allowed. I gave as homework problem number 23 and 24. If you have not done, you still do it and you can ask me any doubts you have. Attend the live class, do the homeworks, 1 hour extra, 2 hours of the class, 3 hours, and you're done with daily income tax. I believe the exams are going to be postponed, so we'll have a good time to cover up GST costing also. अभी तक कोई notification नहीं आया, but once the election dates will come in May, definitely they will. Okay, Sarvana, great to see you every day being so committed. So you are working on your C's, right? You're working on your C's, that is courage, commitment, confidence. What you say, you mean. What you mean, you say, right? Great, great to know that. Welcome and lot of wishes and blessings to all of you being committed to attend live. Chalo. 43A, yesterday I missed out. I want to cover it up in 2 minutes. It's being very in-depth and final. But for all my inter students, what is required, just see here. See, so many times, business-related some asset we get from foreign country. While purchasing, the asset was 80 rupees per dollar, so 8 lakh rupees. While making payment, 8 lakh can go up to 10 lakh. So 2 lakh more I have to pay. Shall I add it to the cost of the asset? Yes. Suppose I purchase the asset in 8 lakh according to the converted rate of dollars. But while making payment, the dollar went down to 7,50,000 and I paid 750. So 50,000, is it my income, business income? Yes. So whenever there is exchange fluctuation, if it is related to revenue, put the loss on the debit side, income on the credit side. If this fluctuation is related to asset, then add it to the cost of the asset and depreciation should be charged prospectively. Are you getting? What I'm talking is income tax class business head, but same is being talked as AS 10. Sorry, AS 11. Really sorry. AS 10 is the property plant equipment. Ekdam same. If you purchase an asset and if you pay less, then take it as income, reduce the cost of asset and charge depreciation. If you pay more, add it to the cost of the asset. Okay? Right. Can I make a payment to 2% in a single day more than? Yes. More than 10,000 to फिर caught up हो जाएगी ना. In a single day, you can pay 8,000 rupees to 8 different people in cash. Clear? Now, how much you are paying? 80,000 in cash in a single day. But to each person you are paying how much? 8,000 allowed. But more than 10,000 if you pay to a single person in single day, all the payments are disallowed. Is your doubt clear? Right? Chalo. So we didn't do the foreign exchange. We have done now. Actual cost you take, capital expenditure and all. Add or deduct the exchange difference from cost of asset. Cost of the asset में add कर दो या deduct कर दो. And exchange difference is revenue. Then take it as business income or expense. ठीक है? चलो. Now 43B. Specified deductions only to be allowed on actual payment basis. There are some expenses, if you show outstanding in March, you have to pay it before due date of filing the return. Okay? So many times expense to outstanding, salary to outstanding, commission, outstanding kar karke, we are trying to reduce the profit, inflate the expense. But that outstanding is there in March and you are filing your return in July and September. Till that it should be paid. If not paid, it will be disallowed in 43B. What are those payment? Taxes, duty, government related, GST, income tax, this, that, all. Then some paid by employee to superannuation fund, bonus, commission, interest on any loan, some payable by employee in lieu of the credit, some payable to Indian Railways, employer's contribution to PF. ठीक है? Employer's contribution, I want to repeat, is worked as per this. I want all of you to write here. Refer section 36. In section 36, I have given employees' contribution to PF. If not paid this month, it has to be paid by 15th of next month. Otherwise, disallowed. There 43B तक wait नहीं करेंगे. हाँ, employer's contribution. You are an employer. You are paying salary 100 and putting 12 in PF. You can pay either by March or before due date of filing the return. Done? Last one, yesterday we have done with example. It's a recent amendment also. And what it says is, it says that any time when you are purchasing from micro or small enterprise, not medium, micro and small enterprise. And if there is an agreement, then before due date agreed between them, not exceeding 45 days, you should make a payment. If there is no agreement, then you have to make the payment in 15 days. Then whatever I have purchased from micro and small enterprise is allowed as expense. If I don't make the payment of time, my expense of purchase which I have made from micro and small enterprise is disallowed. It will be allowed next year when I make late payment. ठीक है? Right. That's all about 43B. Chalo, next. Municipal tax of 51,000 not paid till September 24. Okay. Then it's going to be disallowed. Taxes should be paid no before due date of filing the return under 43B. It will be allowed next year if it is paid next year. Are you applying the knowledge and solving with me? Patents acquired 20 lakhs on 1st September and used from the same month. Can I depreciate patents at 25%? Yes. Because it is purchased on 1st September, used for more than 180 days. Capital expenditure on scientific research 10 lakh, which includes cost of the land. Okay. So scientific research expenses allowed. Revenue also, capital also, all is allowed except 2 lakh. What is 2 lakh, dear students? Cost of land. Not allowed. Remaining 8 lakh is allowed. Amount due from customer outstanding for more than 3 years written off as bad debts. Allowed. If bad debt related, you remember what were the conditions for bad debt? Party to sale should be there. Bad debt should be actually provision nahi hona chahiye, and you should have written off in the books of accounts. Then it's allowed. Income tax 90,000 paid by the company in respect of non-monetary perquisites provided to employees. Star mark, I don't know why. MCQ, fill in the blanks, kahin na kahin entry aati hai. Now company is paying the income tax for employee. You know, company's own income tax is not allowed. Yesterday did I talk in detail, GST and custom duty is allowed. Income tax is not allowed as business expense because you are not paying income tax only on the business income. You are paying income tax on house property, on capital gain. So income tax is not allowed as business expense. Then can the company pay income tax for the employee? No, disallowed. Provident fund contribution of the employees 5,50,000 remitted in July 2024. See, employees contribution you have paid in July 24, disallowed. Employees contribution you have to pay by 15th of next month, है ना? Employers contribution है, so of course 43 we will apply. Is this clear to all of you? Okay, because this is little crucial, I'll make you write a note in your notebook. बाद में थोड़ा भी continuity करते हैं. Very nice questions these are. Expenditure towards advertisement in souvenir of a political party. Political party के souvenir में can you give advertisement? I told you now elections are coming. One side BJP, one side my company's name. Not allowed, disallowed. Refund of GST, which was claimed as expenditure. Is it a business income? Yes, it will be treated as business income. Okay, right. Now one is for income tax and one is for PF. Write down a booster note. When I'm saying write it. When you're trusting and attending live classes, then what's the reason of not writing? Hai? Just look at the screen. Are these point goods? Scientific research हमने कल लिखे थे, preliminary expenses लिखे थे, right? लिखो. Employers contribution to PF. Employers contribution to PF. 43 be applicable. Means if you don't pay by 31st March, at least pay by due date of return. है ना? तो ये employers. Now employees own contribution. Here section 36 is applicable. This says allowed, this is allowed only if paid by 15th of next month. Clear to all of you? 15th of next month. God bless you. Superb. Once the video is uploaded, if you can comment the important points or the point where I start the problem, it is really going to be helpful for so many other students. There's some schedule going on. Those who want to do GST also with us, do message in Telegram or in WhatsApp Challengers group. And costing also exactly like this. The concept, the booster notes, everything we are going to do in the live classes. Okay? Chalo, one by one. There's some other schedule going on, so I can't take classes morning, evening all the time. Offline classes भी चल रहे हैं, तो ये schedule है. ठीक है? एक ये note लिखा. हाँ. Why am I making you write these notes? Because these are like questions repeatedly asked. Now, income tax. Write down. Income tax not allowed as expense. Income tax refund not business income. Income tax का जो refund आता है ना, it is not a business income. And income tax is not allowed as expense. Now, employer or company paying tax, income tax on non-monetary. Non-monetary means those perquisites which are tax on non-monetary perquisites disallowed. You know, while we travel in flight, they say put your mask first and then help neighbors. It's the same concept. Your own income tax is not allowed as a company, and you're trying to allow income tax of employees. Okay, some employees are really good. You give them allowances, you give them perquisites, you give them salary, you give them all benefit. Why you want to pay their tax on the perquisites? Followed? So, like this, you remember, it will be very clear to all of you. All are not commenting in the chat. Can I request all others also? Almost like 25 minutes, we are doing the revision only. Chalo. Next now. And we have solved some nice problems. Stamp duty part I'm keeping pending. I'll clear it in the capital gain chapter. I want all of you to write refer capital gain section 50C. पेज नंबर वहां जाके देख के लिख लेना. कैपिटल गेन में 50C is there, refer that and it will surely be clear. Of course, when I teach over there, I'll come. Shall we one now? There are two options. Either whatever we have studied until now, we will do the questions of that, or we will complete the 44 series also another 15-20 minutes and then we go for question. कैसे पढ़ेंगे आप बोलो? You want to do the problems first or you want to finish all the concepts of 44 में 4 sections है. 4 sections are there. Decide and let me know. Thank you. All of you should respond. Are all of you following? And thank you so much for trusting me and attending the classes live. Once I'm uploading, by the next day, more than 200, 225 students are watching it, taking notes, asking me doubts. But my question is, why don't you make sure that you attend live? There's a different seriousness, a commitment, a fun in attending live classes rather than sitting alone and recording. Yes, problems so we will solve together. And trust me, the technique I want to teach you all for solving the problem is how to read the question. In 3 hours, you have to complete the paper. Chalo, pehle ye kar lete hain. Now we have decided. Section 44. 44 series में section 44AA, AB, these are the bread and butter of we chartered accountants, right? What does it say? You have to maintain books of accounts if in case of individual and HUF, if your income exceeds 2,50,000, yeah, for individual and HUF, and for others 1,20,000. Are you getting? Your yearly income, if it crosses 1,20,000 means monthly income kitni hui? 10,000. So you say, ma'am, a small pan wala or a lid cap will also come into this. True. So if your income exceeds 2,50,000 and for individual and HUF 250 and for others 120, in any of the 3 preceding previous years, pehle ke 3 years, or is likely to exceed, then maintain the books of accounts. Is this clear to all of you? Now, if you are a professional, lawyer, doctor, chartered accountant, and interior decorator, and so on, then you have to maintain the books if gross receipts in all the 3 years exceed 1,50,000. Here, the income exceeds 250 or 120 in other cases in any of the 3 years. Here it is all the 3 years. So last 3 years, your income exceeded 1,50,000 and you are a lawyer. And this year your income is 60,000. Still, should you maintain the books? Yes. because last 3 years to it exceeded, na? Huh? So like this, you have to check. And if the turnover or gross receipts exceeds 25 lakhs for individual and HUF, 10 lakh for others. I know these are the limits, but you will have to remember, and for that, this is my booster note. Right. Now, where the profits and gains are deemed to be the profits of presumptive way, this I have not taught you. I'll teach you later. अभी देखो इसको एग्जाम के लिए कैसे याद करेंगे. Individual and HUF. Is your income exceeding 2,50,000? Yes. Is your turnover exceeding 25 lakhs? Yeah. Yes. Any of it. Then in any of the 3 preceding previous years, PP wise, preceding previous year, then you have to maintain the books. Others. If your income exceeds 1,20,000 or turnover or gross receipts exceeds 10 lakh in any of the 3 years, then you have to maintain the books of accounts. Now, if you are a professional, right? In case of the professional, what happens? Income to nahi hai, but just the gross receipts exceeds 1,50,000 in all the 3 years, then you have to maintain the books. 1 year also, if it is less, it's okay. You need not maintain the books. Clear? Right. Now, I did say ki so and so people should maintain the books as per section 44 AA. So you go to the stationery shop and you get chotu diaries, this much. One is your cash book, another is your ledger, third is your data register, and so on. Is it right? No. Once you need to maintain the books as per section 44 AA, then to guide you, we have rule 6F. If you don't remember the rule number, no problem. So what is rule 6F, dear students? You have to maintain cash book. You have to maintain the ledger. You have to maintain the journal where you write journal entries. Copies of the bills issued for amount exceeding 25. Original bills. Huh? Whenever, see, so many times we say Xerox वाले को भी ठीक है अभी एक बुक में लिखो but एक week का whatever it is give me a bill. So whatever Xeroxes and expenditures and all you're doing above 50, you should have the bill, right? And you have to maintain the sale bill book. And if you are a doctor, you have to maintain the medical practitioner register and details of the stock of medicine and all also. Check. This is for reading. This you'll have to learn for MCQs. And some questions are also there from the earlier exam only कि कैसे पूछा है पूछो कोई doubt है कि समझ में है. I know these are like limits and you'll have to learn it. For individual, it is very easy. Income limit exceeding 2,50,000, turnover exceeding 25 lakhs. For others, income exceeding 120, turnover exceeding 10 lakhs. And for professionals, the turnover exceeding or turnover or the gross receipts exceeds 1,50,000. Okay? Right. So you have to maintain the books of the accounts for a period of 7 years from the end of the assessment year. 6 years, sorry, 7 years from this year. So our financial year is say 23-24. So from here, 7 years. You have to maintain the cash book, ledger, journal, stock register and all. Is it easy? Right. Now to check that, let us solve a small question. On my own, I have created and given. देखो इसको पढ़ते हैं एक बार. 1920 the turnover is for the individual and for others. Turnover कितना है 16 lakhs. तो कितने turnover के बाद है for individual 25 lakhs. So no need to maintain. But for others, yes. Other than individual, say it is a partnership firm. So if the income exceeds 1,20,000, turnover exceeds 10 lakh, he has to maintain the books. Yes. 2021. What is the turnover? 26 lakhs. Is it exceeding 25 lakhs and 10 lakhs? Yes. So whether you are individual or you are others, you have to maintain the books. 21, 22, the turnover is only 14 lakhs. 14 lakhs ka turnover hai. But still individual should maintain the books because this is 25 lakhs in any of the 3 years. So this year it is 14. But pehle to tha na, pehle 3 years mein. So yes. This time it's 12. But earlier of the 3 years, it exceeded 25 lakhs, no? For individual turnover or the gross receipts. Yes, maintain the books. And for others, any which ways it exceeds 10 lakhs, you have to maintain the books. तो ये तो हर जगह 10 lakhs से exceed हो रहा है. Nice, clear? चलो. Next is, one more question is there like this. So did you get, can we revise the gist once again? Individual and HUF. Is your income exceeding 2,50,000? Yes. Is your turnover exceeding 25 lakhs? Yes. Any of it. Maintain books. For others, income exceeding 1,20,000. Turnover exceeding 10 lakhs. Easy in any of 3 years. Only for professionals, that 1,50,000 limit is for all the 3 years. And books have to be maintained for 7 years. Dekho. Vinod is a person carrying on professional. His gross receipts. So the gross receipt should exceed 1,50,000 for 3 continuous years. See. Any 3 years, any 3 years. All the 3 years. Chalo. Ab dekho. For 2021, his gross receipts are, he's a professional, 1,15,000. No need to maintain the books. 1,50,000 से exceed नहीं हुआ यहाँ पे. Yes. यहाँ पे. Yes. Right? So now check please all of you. 44AA requires every person carrying on the profession notified by the board in the official gazette to maintain the books of the accounts, right? So rule 6F says if the gross receipt in all the 3 preceding years exceeds 1,50,000, then he has to maintain the books. If it is new profession, which is set up in the previous year, it is likely to exceed, then also. Ma'am, it's a new profession. We don't know this time we'll exceed or not. So you can maintain the books in prior. Now, okay. If the gross receipts in 3 years exceeds 1,50,000 or if it is a new profession, it is likely to exceed. In the present case, Vinod is carrying on profession or film artist which is notified, and since the gross receipts does not exceed 1,50,000 in the first year, he doesn't have to maintain the books. He is required to maintain compulsory books. Mr. Vinod, however, is required to maintain the books of accounts as would enable you to compute. So it's not compulsory to maintain here, but from here onwards, what it is happening? Yes, it will be applicable. Okay? Chalo, now the pumping heart of business head, one was depreciation and another is 44AB. Audit karwana hai. For this, I have covered it very nicely in the tax amendment lecture 1 because there's an amendment here. Sorry, tax amendment lecture 2. 1 mein to 100 and all of you, please watch tax amendment lecture. Ma'am, why when you are already covering? See, here I am covering up amendments in bits in between. But all the amendments put together also separately you should know. That's why I am saying. Okay? Right. Yeah. A person, when he should get his books audited, means checked by a chartered accountant, and chartered accountant should give audit report in form number 3CA, 3CB. When the turnover or the gross receipts exceed 1 crore. And if you're professional, then if it exceeds 50 lakhs. Or carrying on business referred in 44AE, claiming his income to be low. आगे हम देखेंगे there are more sections for presumptive taxation कि इतना profit बता दो and done. If you want to argue no my profit is lesser than that, then maintain the books. Where the SSE is carrying on notified profession and claims that such profits are lower, then maintain the books, get it audited. Okay, so right now I want all of you to please tick mark and do this. ये दो को भी छोड़ दो. It will be clear. What are the first point? If your turnover exceeds 1 crore. Second point, gross receipts exceed 50 lakhs. E point, where the SSE is covered under 44AD. अभी हम करेंगे presumptive taxation. And turnover or gross receipts exceeds 2 crore. Or where the SSE is covered under 44AD, turnover or gross receipts exceeds 3 crore if the cash receipt is less than 5%. So all these are amendment. Okay. Generally, if your turnover exceeds 1 crore, you have to maintain the books and get it audited. But if you are filing your return in 44AD and if your turnover exceeds 2 crores, you have to maintain books and get it audited. If in 44AD, if your turnover exceeds 3 crore, का limit है, provided cash receipt is less than 5% of total receipts. Those businesses who are doing all online supply, they get all the payment in bank, correct or not? So many businesses are there who are selling online and they don't take cash on delivery. सीधा उनके अकाउंट में पेमेंट आता है. तो up to 3 crore they can go for 44AD. Beyond that, they have to get the tax audited. 44AD clear होने के बाद these points will be more clear. Okay, right. Now, if the cash receipts of the business is less than 5% of the total receipts, and if the cash payment is less than 5% of the total payment, right? Yeah. Then, if the business का turnover exceeds 10 crore, तो audit कराना होगा. That means this language is little different. I'll make you write in the notebook, simpler version. It's not कि this is tough, this is the language of what is given. अभी देखो, generally turnover 1 crore से exceed होगा तो you have to get the books audited. But here if it exceeds 10 crore, then only you will get it audited. मतलब for all the online businesses whose payments in cash is less than 5%. And even receipts less than 5%. सब कुछ online है. They earn in bank, they spend in bank. Then for them, instead of 1 crore, what is the tax audit limit? 10 crore. ठीक है? When the books of accounts are audited by CA, you have to get the audit report. And then, if it is filed and on by 30th of September. ठीक है? CA का report लगेगा आपको. If the tax audit report, SSE is liable to penalty of 0.5% turnover or 1,50,000 under section 271B if he does not submit the report of auditor. Time पे audit report अगर submit नहीं किए तो okay. Again we have gone in the theory mode. Some of you are feeling ma'am पढ़ाते जा रहे हैं कुछ कर रहे नहीं. So then let us go in your notebook. I'll teach you थोड़ा अलग वे में. पहले मैं section 44AD पढ़ाती हूँ. Ma'am, what is 44AD? We have not read the theory. You're right. Presumptive taxation. Presumptive taxation. I want all of you to write 44AD, presumptive taxation. See, once it will take little time, dear students, but once if you write, it's going to be very clear for you. एक बार लिख लो. All 44 series I'll make you write AD. What is 44AD, dear section students? Presumptive taxation. Now, what do you mean by presumptive? Presumptive means assume, right? This is applicable for whom? All SSCs. Turnover is less than equal to 2 crore. Please remember, today also the tax audit limit is 1 crore. Keep patience, huh? Some of you, if you feel, ma'am, not clear, ek ke baad ek aap kya padha rahe, so I'll teach one after another, then again I'll link up also, for sure. So if your turnover is less than equal to 2 crore, then just show net profit 8% of the turnover. See, if you sell off 100 rupees, 92 rupees is your expense. But 8 rupees to profit hoga na, not GP, NP, yes or no? 8% to profit or margin bata do, and then government is saying we don't want any proof, don't maintain the books, don't get it audited, we are not bothered. What is your expense in 92 rupees? हमको कोई मतलब नहीं, हमको बस सिर्फ net profit 8% of your turnover. Okay, and then all online sales, digital payment, 6% of the turnover. Generally 8% of the turnover, but here now it is 6% of the turnover. Okay, dear students. Now, what's the turnover limit? Up to 2 crore. And this is, I want all of you to write here in bold. Are you all writing? Are you all writing or just sitting and listening? It will not help. 2 minutes. Huh? Isko likho notebook mein. Yes. Write it and then send me also across. In the telegram, share the pictures what you have written. Okay? Chalo, dekho. Even forget about what is printed. Aap likho. Presumptive taxation is a method where you show your turnovers 8% as net profit and you don't have to maintain books. Section 44AA not applicable. Section 44AB not applicable. Ma'am, my turnover is 60 lakhs. But my profit is only 5%. I can't show 8%. No problem. Then maintain the books. Get it audited. We are allowing you 92 rupees में all the expense. Up 8% of turnover to net profit batao. And if your turnover is online, all the payments are coming in bank account, then show 6% of the turnover. है ना? Right. Now this less than 2 crore limit for 44 AD. Just this section, there are some amendments. Then when I go back, everything will be clear. And I have already given one table in your booster notes also. फिर भी मैं लिखा रही हूँ. ठीक है? So what is the net profit they are asking you to show? 8% of your turnover. If your turnover is 60 lakhs, then 60 lakhs ka 8%. That is 4,80,000 you show. Over and out, show 4,80,000 profit. Pay the tax. We will not ask you to maintain the books and we will not ask you to get it audited. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Example. And this is your choice, dear SSC. This is absolutely optional. Now, this is the first case. And if it is digital turnover, then 6%. Now, turnover limit is up to 3 crore if your cash receipts are less than 5% of the total receipts. Whatever are your receipts which are coming in your bank account, if cash receipts are less than 5%, means all your turnover is digital. You are selling online. Money is coming in the bank account. Then up to 3 crores, right? Then what is it? Instead of 2 crores, up to 3 crore also, you can file your return in presumptive taxation. No need to maintain the books, no need to get it audited. Now, this one more important amendment, ये दोनों amendment है. Turnover up to 10 crore, less than equal to 10 crore can go if cash receipts are less than equal to 5% of the total receipts. And if cash payments are also less than. See, when you're earning in the bank account, you're spending also from bank. Ma'am, my all business is online. It is super duper transparent. Cash receipts is negligible. Cash payment is just 5% of the total payment. Rest all the payment is through banks. My Paytm, my GPay, all is linked with bank. जो आता है वो बैंक में, जो जाता है वो बैंक से. Then up to 10 crore, you need not maintain the books. You need not get it audited. Just file your return showing net profit. कितना? 8% of the turnover. और अगर आपका पूरा ऑनलाइन बिजनेस है तो 6%. No need to maintain books. See, once again, I want to repeat. How many of you are understanding the gist of this? I know I will repeat it 2-3 times. This is a practice batch. This is not a regular batch. But all amendments I am covering, and this amendment is separately covered in the tax amendment lecture 2. अभी फिर से देखो. Is your turnover up to 2 crore? You can go for presumptive taxation. Is your turnover up to 3 crore? You can still go for presumptive taxation provided cash receipts are 5% of the total receipts. Is your turnover less than 10 crore? Yes. Still you can go for presumptive taxation. Nice, clear. Keep patience. I'm going to solve the problems for add and less today. And it will be very, very clear. Give some response, all clear or not? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. All RTPs, MTPs are going to be solved in live class. Now we are doing tax, then we will do costing and GST. For CMA students separately, your customs, 10 marks. So 44 AD is clear? Right. So check that 44 AD. In reverse, I'll come and make you write 44 A and AD. ये देखो. In case of SSC engaged in any trade or business, 8% of total turnover or higher income. Oh, ma'am, I don't want to show net profit 8%. I want to show 14%. Can I? Yes, welcome. No problem. Kam nahi batana. But this presumptive taxation is applicable for resident individual, HUF and partnership firm, not LLP. किसके लिए एप्लीकेबल है? Individual HUF and partnership firm can file their return based on the turnover, right? Person carrying on provisions of 44 AD are not applicable to person who is carrying on profession, because for professionals what do we have? Section 44 ADA abhi aayega aage. Or person earning income in the nature of brokerage, they cannot show presumptive taxation. Or a person carrying on business in the agency way. ठीक है? Now for turnover of electronic mode, you show net profit 6% turnover. For cash sales 8%. ठीक है? Other than मतलब अगर cash sale और हो रहा है तो 8%, otherwise 6%. Threshold limit of eligible 2 crore. It will be 3 crore if the cash receipt does not exceed 5%. Salary, interest, remuneration paid to partners not deductible. So as I said, 44AD is applicable to individual HUF firm. So firm के लिए what they are saying, partnership firm, the partners cannot give in the net profit more of it. 1 minute, where I was reading, missed out the point. ये तो हमने पढ़ा. Yeah, salary, interest, remuneration paid to partner as per 40B not deductible. Means already in 100 rupees, 92 rupees we are allowing expense, dear students. So remaining 8% जो net profit बता रहे हो उसमें और you cannot deduct salary, interest, remuneration. This is asked in MCQ. Mark it very important. Because these people are saying, oh, what is my turnover? 80 lakhs. 80 lakhs ka 8%. 6,40,000. I'll show the net profit over and out. So whole year's turnover, they are showing the net profit. So they are allowed to pay. See, generally you have to pay the advance tax in 4 installments. Yeah, June, September, December and March. But for those who are filing the return in presumptive taxation, it is only one installment, that is 15th of March. In case of non-offering of income as per 44AD for 5 continuous years, eligible SSC cannot opt for 44AD for next 5 years. So once you opt in, follow it continuously for at least 5 years. If you don't follow for 5 years and if you come out, then you will not be allowed to come in again for the next 5 years. CBTT clarified that higher threshold limit of 2 crore instead of 1 crore for the non-audit of books is given only for presumptive taxation. Your turnover is 2 crore. Ma'am, I don't want to file my return as per presumptive taxation routine. Then above 1 crore only you have to get your books audited. I want to repeat, I jumped from 44AB. Agar, ye dekho, first line. If your turnover exceeds 1 crore only, get your books audited. If you are a professional and if your turnover exceeds 50 lakhs, then only get books audited. But if you're filing your return in 44AD, then up to 2 crore turnover, no problem. Some cases 3 crore, no problem. And some cases 10 crore, no problem. Chalo, let us do this problem. It's very nice. It's already solved for all of you. Following are the particulars relating to your gross receipts are 1 crore 80 lakhs. Income offered is 6%. Yeah. Offered income as per presumptive taxation 44AD. And they have shifted to digital turnover. So 6%, can they show the profit and go for this? Yes, because their turnover is 180 lakhs. 190 lakhs. Yes. 2 lakhs मतलब 2 crore से turnover exceed हुआ, तो can you show net profit 5%? No, you have to show minimum 6% because this is a digital turnover. और अगर digital नहीं रहता तो और more 8% of turnover you have to show. Is that clear to all of you, dear students? Yeah. No, what I want to say, no. See, listen, some confusion is there according to your chat. Abhi suno dhyan se. If you are opting for presumptive taxation, show at least 8% of the turnover as net profit. Then why ma'am here 6% is allowed? Because it's a digital turnover. Okay? Right. Next. Chalo, one more question we will do. These are all beautiful questions. One concept, one question is what is compiler made of? so that you practice a lot. Okay, right. Praveen engaged in retail trade, reports a turnover of 298. Amount received in cash 2324 is 14 lakhs and balance is received through electronic mode. His income from the said business is 15 lakhs computed as per the books. ठीक है? Praveen was the first year which he declared presumptive taxation. Is Praveen eligible to offer presumptive taxation? Yes, because his turnover is 2 crore 98 lakhs. Okay. And amount received in cash should be 5% of the turnover. 298.5 का 5%. कितना आ रहा है? 14 lakhs. सी टर्नओवर का 5% से ज्यादा कैश रिसीव नहीं है. Cash receipt is less than 5% of the turnover, right? So up to 3 crore, can he opt for the presumptive taxation? Yes. Since his cash receipts are less than 5% of the turnover and his turnover is up to 3 crore, he can opt for presumptive taxation. If so, determine his income. Okay, what will be his income if he decides to opt? But once he decides, his income will be whatever is cash turnover 14 lakhs 8%, right? And whatever is remaining turnover, उसका कितना होगा remaining turnover का 6%. This is what is the net profit. Now, in case Praveen does not offer presumptive taxation, what are his obligations? Oh, and the turnover is 298 crore. If you don't want to opt for presumptive taxation, is your turnover exceeding 1 crore? Yes, you have to maintain the books and got it audited. Praveen is required to maintain the books and get it audited. Okay, last question. What is due date of filing the return? If books of accounts are audited, then October, otherwise July. In case he opts for presumptive taxation, the due date is July. If he does not opt, then it is October. Is the application clear to you? Can Praveen go for presumptive taxation? Yes. Because his turnover is up to 3 crore and cash receipts are not exceeding 5% of turnover. Yes. And whatever is the cash receipts, 8%. Baki ke upar 6% net profit he can show. If he does not want to offer presumptive taxation, he'll have to audit the books and all because the turnover has exceeded 1 crore. And once opted in, dear students, he has to follow for 5 years. Same way 44 ADA. 2 minutes, just listen to me now. What is 44 AD? Presumptive taxation for retailers, business, individual HUF partnership firm. What is 44 ADA? This was 44 AD. What is 44 ADA? Professionals. Professionals, if their gross receipts is up to 50 lakhs, they need not maintain the books. अगर कोई CA है, उसकी gross receipts is 30 lakhs. 30 lakhs, 50%. See, professionals, they have high margin because they don't have so much overheads. So what is the turnover? Say 30 lakhs for a professional. So 50% of that, 15 lakhs, he can show the net profit, file the return. No need to maintain the books. No need to get it audited. Okay? That simple it is. Yes. So it's optional. 44 ADA. It is for whom? Professionals. This presumptive scheme is applicable to resident assessee whose income, legal, lawyer, doctor and all does not exceed 50 lakhs. अगर 50 lakhs exceed हुआ तो compulsory audit ही कराना होगा. And you have to show the net profit 50%. Right? Here also, if the cash receipts are less than 5%, then from this financial year, instead of 50 lakhs, up to gross receipts 75 lakhs also, they can go for presumptive taxation, provided 95% of their receipts are in bank. Cash receipts either are not there or they are negligible. Yes. Common point for 44 AD and ADA. I want to repeat, 44 AD is presumptive taxation for business. 44 ADA is for professional. Here on turnover 8% net profit and 6%, here 50%. Here turnover up to 2 crore they can go. Here gross receipts up to 50 lakhs. Here cash receipts up to 3 crore they can go if the cash receipts are just 5%. Here if cash receipts are less than 5%, instead of 50 lakhs, you can do 75 lakhs. And if cash receipts and payment both are less than 5%, you can go to 10 crore. Okay. So now did you understand 44AB? अब अगर पीछे जाके 44AB पढ़ेंगे तो what does it say? If your turnover exceeds 2 crore, 44AD is not applicable, then audit karao. If your turnover exceeds 3 crore and 5% से ज्यादा cash receipts हैं तो फिर books maintain करो और audit करवाओ. Clear? Right. Last one in this series and then we can do the problems. Are you enjoying these questions, what we are solving? One concept, one question. So how many sections until now we have done? We should write here. Section 44AA, किसके लिए? Section 44AB, Section 44AD, Section 44ADA. And now what I am doing, Section 44AA. I want answers in chat box. अब भी हो जाएगा 5 minutes में. Then you will enjoy solving problems. I want answers from you all. Even if you're watching as recording for a very genuine reason, try to answer the question. Don't just fast forward कि हाँ मैम तो आंसर देंगे. मैम देंगे क्योंकि मैम wants to teach 110% honestly. But when you do that, you are building up your own confidence. 44A stands for what? This one is pending. Yeah, type and send. Yeah. Good, good, good. Keep sending. See, 44A is to maintain the books of accounts or not. Individual and HUF, if the profit increases 250, turnover increases 25 lakhs. For others, if the profit increases 1,20,000, turnover exceeded 10 lakhs. Maintain books of accounts. Get it audited if the turnover exceeds 1 crore. 44AD. There the turnover is 2 crore, 3 crore, 10 crore. 44AD professionals, 50 lakhs. Some cases, 75 lakhs. So these are all the sections. Yes. Now what is 44AE? Presumptive taxation for person who is flying, leasing, hiring vehicle. जो ओला उबर का काम करते हैं ना, उनके लिए also transport operation business. 44AE. चलो. The section provides for estimating business income of owner, and this applies to person owning not more than 10 vehicles. Chota mota transporter hai. So for transport, this is all for transport of goods. Huh? So Ola, Uber, I just gave the example, but basically this is for transport of goods. Right. Who are, you know what, transport of goods mein on way they pay octroi and toll and all. Nowadays, so for toll also we have FASTag, but many of their expenses are in cash. So proofing and all, forget. and they are chota transporters having not more than 10 vehicles any time during the year. So what government is asking them, if it is heavy goods vehicle, 1000 per ton per month or part of the month. I'll say what do you mean by part of the month. Per month, 1000 per ton. Then how many tons? Show as income. Same way, light goods vehicle. 7500 for every month or part of the month. I hope you are getting. Now, what do you mean by part of the month? Suppose I had three vehicles, light goods vehicle, and the fourth one I purchased on 28th of February. So I will take income 7500 per month for February also, for March also. Ma'am, but 28th of February, almost last day of the year. To be for the month or part of the month, light goods vehicle show 7500 income per month per vehicle, and heavy goods vehicle 1000 per ton per vehicle per month. So if that vehicle is whatever it may be, jitne ton ka hai us hisab se, right? No other deductions will be allowed. Don't say emotionally, ma'am, section 32 depreciation to allow karo, ye karo, kuch nahi hota allow. Yeah, I've seen students doing everything in business head, but because it is vast, no, depreciation, scientific research, preliminary, donations, and disallowed and cash payment, they leave this part. And so many times only for this, the question is asked for 4 marks, 5 marks. Abhi aayega. The practical questions, what I'm going to do, they are already past exam questions. So no other deductions are allowed except in case of salary, partnership firm, salary and interest. Paid to partner is allowed here. It was not allowed in 44 AD. No need to maintain books, no need to get it audited, right? What is heavy goods vehicle जिसका gross weight 12,000 kg से ज़्यादा है? Yeah, right. Now see how we are going to work this problem. It's super duper easy and scoring for 4 marks. In exam, if something is very technical in 50 marks DT paper, something is going to be very easy which you have seen and same problem will come. So let us do this. Mr. X commenced the business of operating vehicle on 1st April. He purchased following vehicles. Compute his income. Okay, right. So gross vehicle weight. Gross vehicle weight. If the vehicle's weight is above 12,000, so these are which good vehicle? Light goods vehicle. और इनका weight कितना है? Above 12,000. So this will become what? Heavy goods. तो पहले light goods ले लेते हैं. Light goods vehicle. 2 vehicles are there, which you have purchased on 10th April. So 2 into 12. So 24 months, and per month the income is how much? 7,500. Are you all getting? Yeah. Ma'am, can we do it in a more simpler way? बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं हम. There's one more simpler way also of doing this. I'll share it with all of you. एक और भी तरीका है. You know, you can do like this. 2 vehicles, 12 months, 7,500. सब एक साथ लिख दो. Abhi we are just calculating the months and number of vehicles, but you can do it like this also together. Then 6,500 weight ka one vehicle you have purchased in March 24. So for this one vehicle only 1 month's income because it's purchased in March. Next July में purchase किया है. So 16th of July, part of the month also, full month. So 16th of July, so 3 vehicles are there. So 3 vehicles and you have purchased in July. So from July to March, it's 9 months. So 27 months. Next is 1 vehicle you have purchased in January 24. So 1 vehicle into 3 months. So this. So total 55 months, 7,500 per light goods vehicle you have to show as income. Okay. Now, heavy goods vehicle. Heavy goods vehicle 15,000 ton. This is exceeding 12,000. So they are. This is from 2 vehicles. And August say, you have purchased it in August. I hope you all are remembering average due date. So August to March, 8 months, 2 vehicles, 16 months. This is 1 vehicle, February 23rd. So February and March, right? Okay. So these are 15,000 tons. And what is the income for heavy goods vehicle? Check, देखो बेटा, 1,000 per ton. So this is 15,000 ton. So 15 से multiply होगा. समझ में आ रहा है या नहीं? See, 8 months, 2 vehicles. And February and March, 2 months, 1 vehicle. So 18 months, heavy goods vehicle, 1,000 per month. I hope you are getting. For heavy goods vehicle, 1,000 per month per vehicle per ton. So how many tons are there? 15 tons. Here also 15, here also 15. So 18 into 1,000 into 15. Take your time. Ask your doubts. It's a superb question. Same can be repeated and you need not do so many columns. Ma'am, why have you written so much in detail, number, date, all? Just to help you understand the calculation. If you have followed, can you do it faster in exam? Yes, definitely. ये देखो, यहाँ पे ही कर सकते हैं ना. ये वाले 2 व्हीकल हैं, 1,000 per ton है, and how many months? Huh? August. So 8 months. Because this is 1,000 per vehicle per month. अच्छा, ये 1 vehicle है, 1,000 है. For how many months? February and March. I think it will come same. करके देखो calculator में. 2 into 1,000 into 8. 1 into 1,000 into 2. So this is per ton 1,000. And how many tons are there? 15. So और 15 से भी multiply हो गया. Into 15. You are getting 2,70,000. That's what is the answer. Take your time and tell me if it is clear or not. थोड़ा सा पेशेंस लग रहा है. Keep patience till business head and capital gain. Set off and clubbing one class concept, question answer concept. फटाफट होगा और बहुत अच्छे से समझ में. Deductions might go on for 3-4 practice back classes, but deductions कैसे करेंगे ना? 1 deductions will work out 1 problem. Clear to all of you? Right. I want to repeat. What's the gist of this? For light goods vehicle, it is 7,500 income per vehicle per month. For heavy goods vehicle, it is 1,000 per vehicle per month and per ton. So यहाँ पे 15 टन है तो वो भी ऐड होगा. ठीक है. हाँ, Ramamurthy has 4 light goods vehicle on 1st April. Right? He acquired 7 light goods vehicle on 27th of June. So purchase कितने किए? 7 vehicle. 7,500 per month. कब खरीदे? 27 June, part of the month. So for June also you have to take 10 months. You all are getting how am I calculating month? Anyone is having doubt? Average due date, that's why we study in accounts. 27 June, तो April और May छोड़ दो, June से ले लेंगे. He has brought forward business loss. ठीक है, वो बाद में देखेंगे. He opts for presumptive taxation. He sold 2 light goods vehicle on 31st May. Originally, opening में कितने थे? 4. So 2 vehicles, 7,500 per month for April and May. Why? Because these vehicles are sold in May, so only 2 months income. Acha, opening में it had 4 vehicles. So 2 vehicles so you have taken only for 2 months because May mein they have been sold. But remaining 2, can we take it for 12 months? Baki do to the na. So like this, you will solve the problem. And this is just for your reference. You don't have in detail non-residents. What do you mean by non-residents? Yeah. Non-residents are NRI who have to pay tax in India. Now you can't say NRI, you have earned income. Abhi to go, bye-bye. Listen, please maintain books and come in July. That's the due date of filing the return. No. NRI, whatever income, gross receipts they have got. See, NRI has come to Hyderabad for giving technical services. We gave him 10 lakh technical services. On that, a fixed percentage, show the net profit, take the tax, give the tax clearance certificate, bye-bye. Followed or not? So for non-resident, they say if they are doing shipping business. So non-resident ship is coming to India, again leaving some goods and passengers, picking up goods and going further. Whatever is their turnover and gross receipts in India shows 7.5% net profit on the turnover for shipping business. For business of providing services, plant and machinery and all, 10%. For operation of aircraft, 5%. And for other civil construction work and all, 10%. See, they are coming to India, they are getting their technology, they are getting their machinery. So now whatever they are doing, if they are doing shipping business, what is their gross receipts in India? Say 5 lakhs. 5 lakhs ka 7.5% is not tax, dear students, it's net profit. And they are NRI, and if they are company, 40% tax hai. De ke khatam karo. Plant and machinery used for extracting mineral oils and all, 10%. Civil construction also 10%. Business of aircraft 5%. Right? So with this, check your watches. I have completed all the 44A. Kya hai? Yes. What is 44A? Maintain books. 44AB, get it audited. 44AD, presumptive taxation. No books, no audit. 44ADA, presumptive taxation for professionals. 44A, presumptive taxation for transporter of goods, not passengers. So these are the 5 sections we have covered. Check your watches and then assemble back after the break. Very soon we are doing the problems. Okay. Till then, let this be remain open so that you'll have all the sections put together. Okay, are you also back? Yes, let us start then. चलिए साथ में करें. Are you facing a trouble joining, rejoining again, is it? Yeah, all the concepts is over, and now what we are doing is we are solving the problems for business head. For that, go to your basics. What you have done with me in day one, I'm sharing my notebook, and you all also have it, right? Yes. So if there is, they say compute business income, start with net profit as per the books of accounts. Add all the expenses which are debited, but they are not allowed, or they are allowed in some other hand. Like municipal taxes paid, you have debited in P&L, but municipal taxes allowed in rent, income from house property. तो आप क्या करेंगे बेटा? Add back. So expenses you have debited, but now they say that in this 40, this expense is not allowed. So if expense is disallowed, expense will reduce. Impact, profit will increase. Add. Yes. Income related to business not credited. If there is some income like discount received, I have sold a purchased goods 50, paid 48, 2 rupees I'm not going to pay. So shall I transfer it? So income related to business, if they have not taken, take it. Now, expenses which are allowed but they have not taken, like scientific research, depreciation as per the books of accounts, of course it is allowed, but they have not taken. So now if you take, what's the impact on profit? Profit will reduce. Income credited in the P&L, I have done star mark because these are the two popularly asked in exam. You know, in credit side, example 4, they have written dividend received 2.5, rent received 1.5. So this dividend and this rent, 4 rupees is having an impact in the net profit. Whereas I call it as kachra, garbage, not important. Dividend received is taxable in other source. Rent received is taxable in house property. तो निकाल दो यहाँ से less. So income credited in P&L account not related to the business. Remove it. Now you get net profit as per Income Tax Act. All clear to all of you? Yeah. 44 series, is it difficult to remember? Sure. That's one way is to write it again and again. Even if I have given so many booster notes, once if you write it, you will remember. Shall we do one thing? Tomorrow when we are starting capital gain, first 5 minutes we can write running booster notes for 44 series and it will surely be clear. It may appear to you little confusing because you have heard it for the first time. And this is a practice batch. Regular batch means I want you to study with me 80-90 days. Utna time nahi hai. So I'm not skipping anything. Even a small alert sign I'm giving, but you have to repeat it. Repetition is required. Then it will not be difficult. Okay, advertisement expense is incurred 7 rupees and it's already debited in the P&L account. Is it allowed? Yes. What you have to do? Neither add nor less. Okay? So with this note, let us begin. Okay, all of you attending live, are you having the sheet so that I can read and then we can do the problems in notebook? So we can do this problem in notebook. It's a very small problem, 34, it's homework. Do it as homework, likho, kuch doubt hai to puchna. I am doing problem number 35 now in class. I think business head itself has more than 40 problems and overall अगर problems or examples देखो कि 400 plus problems are solved in this compiler with concepts. Yes, and if you can see the efforts I'm putting in taking live classes, then do comment after the video. Do share the result, whatever it may be. Any help you need for your study planning also, you can ask. And do comment whenever we post the video in Telegram or WhatsApp, wherever you are, right? It will motivate others also. Chalo. Mr. Shivam, a retailer. Yeah, please comment till I'm reading. You want me to do the question in notebook or not? Huh? कुछ टिक करके करेंगे, जैसे ये तो होमवर्क ही है, बहुत इजी है, कुछ तो नोटबुक में करेंगे. शिवम अ रिटेलर गिव्स ट्रेडिंग एंड पीएनएल अकाउंट. So always start reading from the credit side. Sales, income from UTI. अब देखो, income from UTI is also credited, so part of the net profit. Correct or no? Income from UTI is also, oh, there's a 1 second on this. So what's the net profit here actually? Salary है, rent है, interest है, depreciation है, printing and stationery, postage. This net profit is 50,000. Net profit नीचे चला गया, but it is 50,000. ठीक है ना? Right. So I'm reading the question in such a way, in the way you will read in final exam. So I'm giving lot of explanation, then I'll go to the notebook. So always start with net profit, 50,000. Now net profit includes income from UTI, which is taxable, and income from other sources. Other business income, ले लेंगे. Closing stock, we'll take it, no problem. ठीक है? Right. So this is how we will go for this. Next. On the debit side, you have opening stock allowed, purchase allowed, GP allowed, salary allowed, rent and rates and taxes allowed, interest on loan allowed, depreciation if it is as per books of accounts not allowed, printing and stationery allowed, postage allowed, loss on sale of the shares or profits on sale of shares will be taken in the capital gain chapter. So business income may, if they have debited loss, this is disallowed. Disallowed means add in the net profit. ठीक है? Right. Done? Chalo. It was found that some stocks were, oh, this is such a hot favorite, I can say, entry in the costing also, in account single entry also, in taxation also. Some of the stocks were omitted to be included in opening and closing stock, the values of which were given. Yeah. So in closing stock, you missed taking 18,000. Yeah. It was omitted. Now, if you take closing stock में 18,000, what will be the impact on profit? Profit will increase. Higher the closing stock, higher the GP, higher the NP. Same way, opening stock में 9,000 नहीं लिया. So now you put it. Now if you add 9,000 in opening stock which was omitted, opening stock will increase. So the GP will decrease. The net profit will decrease. I'm just reading out. Salary paid 10,000 to brother, which is unreasonable to the extent 2,000. So add back unreasonable salary. Whole amount of printing and stationery was paid in cash. How much is printing and stationery? 23,200. Now this is paid in cash. Not allowed above 10,000. Depreciation in the books is 1,05,000. Okay. Then for that depreciation, this is as per books. But what is WDV 420? A new plant is purchased in July. So July means used for more than 180 days, full year's depreciation. 2 plants are sold. Opening, purchase, sale, balance, charge the depreciation. That will give you depreciation as per income tax, which is allowed. Depreciation as per books, not allowed. Rent and rates include GST liability. Yeah. 7th of April. Allowed. GST if it is outstanding. See, which section is relevant here? Section 43B. If income tax, GST, all this was outstanding and then paid in April before due date of filing the return, yes, it's allowed. Other business receipts include 2,200 received as refund of GST. ये जो अदर बिजनेस रिसीट है ना, इसमें जीएसटी का refund है. Is GST refund a business income? Yes, because GST paid is allowed as business expense. Refer section 36. General expense include 2000 paid donation, not allowed. Donation is never your business expense. Transfer to reserve, provisions, donations, ये सब नहीं है. हाँ? Now, you are required to advise Shivam whether he can offer 44AD. 44AD means what is Shivam's turnover? 1211. And this is not a digital turnover. So on that 8% net profit he can show, or he can do add and less and compute the net profit. Whichever is beneficial, he can go. Okay. So answer is given, but I hope you all have read the problem. If not, I'm taking a pause, take a screenshot. Hoping you all are watching it in laptop, tabs, full screen. Take a screenshot in your mobile and then do it in writing with me. I'm repeatedly saying anyone, any student, just solving from the compiler, tick, tick, tick. Marks bhi aise tick, tick milenge. It will be purely a misuse of my compiler. Literally. I'll feel bad. So don't do that. Do it in writing so that you get to understand the mindset also how to solve the problems. We are solving problem number 35 and problem number 34 is homework. Computation of income of Mr. Shivam. First we will take normal, then we'll take presumptive and then we will compare. How do you start with particulars, amount? Particulars, amount. हो गया? लिखना? All clear? Always start with net profit as per books of accounts. What's the net profit as per books of accounts? 50,000. Some add 5 to 6 items and some less. Some add and some less. ठीक है? Right. Chalo, let us start. It's my habit of reading the problem PNL. Don't again and again jump from adjustment to question to adjustment. Read the question and do add and less and then go to the adjustment. So it's my habit of reading credit side. If you want, you can start with debit side. I'm reading credit side. Aapka one left hand should be on your book. I'm again banging and saying, if you really want to make the best use of this practice batch, take a printout of these questions and solve it in writing. Promise? And if you have solved it in writing, I would be so happy and glad to receive the pictures of what you have written in the Telegram today itself. Are you all there in Telegram? ऊपर link दिया हुआ है तो click करो आज जो भी आपने लिखा. I made you write what? ये देखो. साइंटिफिक रिसर्च हमने पहले लिखा था, प्रिलिमिनरी एक्सपेंस लिखा था. टुडे आई मेड यू राइट दिस पीएफ वाला, देन आई मेड यू राइट 44 एडी and now we are solving this question. So I want all of you to write everything. Sales, nothing to do. Income from UTI, less. Kachra, garbage. Income from UTI, they have credited in P&L account, but it's not a business income, so remove it. Other business receipts रहने दो, closing stock रहने दो. Debit side opening, purchase GP, let it be. Now salary, rent, interest, you have depreciation as per books of accounts. How much? 1,05,000. This is as per the books of accounts, your accounting method, day wise you calculate depreciation. Even if you have sold the asset on 31st of January, you will charge the depreciation for 10 months. Whereas income tax block of assets says in year of sale. So add back depreciation as per books and depreciation as per Income Tax Act, we will calculate in working note 1. But Abhini, that's what I'm saying. Immediately when you write this, your mind will go search. Kahan gaya? Plant and machinery, that's adjustment number 4. Don't read the problem. You're wasting your time. You have to complete the question in 3 hours. Pura paper. So पहले पूरा read the question in such a way you don't have to read again. Reading the question paper is an art. GP is clear, NP is clear. और एक item, short term capital gain on short term capital loss on sale of shares. Now this is debited in the P&L. Even if this loss is considered, where it is considered, dear students, capital gain. तो यहाँ तो नहीं लेंगे, ठीक है? चलो आगे चलते. Now it was found that opening stock was omitted. So opening stock omitted. Now if you add opening stock में 9,000, your profit will reduce. Closing stock omitted. If you consider and add 18,000 in closing stock, your GP and net profit will increase. Omitted. Salary includes unreasonable salary. Unreasonable salary to brother. Unreasonable salary to brother. 2,000. Next, printing and stationery paid in cash above 10,000. Whole expense is disallowed. How much is paid in cash? Printing and stationery 23,200. How is it? Give some response. This is not a face-to-face class कि I can come down off the stage and see your screens. I mean से आपके notebook. तो आप बोलो समझ में आ रहा है नहीं? Depreciation as per the income tax you have to compute in working note 1. For that, opening WDV. Write down please. Depreciation as per Income Tax Act. Section 32. Block of asset method. है ना? चलो. What is opening WDV? 4,20,000. Then a new plant is purchased. On July. What is July, dear students? You have to charge depreciation for the whole year. How much it is? $70,000. So 490 less sale. Sale date is not important because in the year of sale there is no depreciation. 50,000. 440. So depreciation will be 4,40,000 into 15%. That is how much? Yeah, you can do faster than me. 4,40,000 into 15%. Ma'am, why 15%? Because it's plant and machinery. So it's coming to 66,000. Now don't waste your time in calculating closing WDV. You have added back the depreciation as per books and you deduct depreciation as per Income Tax Act section 32. Interesting? Now, rent and rates include GST liability. Okay. So we'll write a simpler note, working note 2. GST liability allowed. It's allowed as under section 43B, paid before due date. It's paid before due date of filing the return, no? So it's allowed. Hai na? Other business receipts include 2,200 refund. Okay. Working note 3. GST refund is a business income. See, GST expense is allowed. So they said कि जो other receipts है ना, P&L account credit side, that includes GST refund. Okay, so it is business income and it is credited in the P&L. So allowed. GST refund is a business income credited in P&L, allowed. Hence, no effect given above. I'm repeating, GST is allowed as expense. GST refund is business income. Yes. Is it credited in the P&L account? Yes. So what you should do, add or less? No. No need to give any effect. Just write a note. General expense include donations. Add back. Donation. Donation are not allowed as business expense. If it is registered trust and if they have given you receipt, you can claim a deduction in 80G, but यहाँ तो नहीं मिलेगा. चलो जल्दी से total करो और add करो. How is the presentation? Is it clear to all of you? One 57 260. 207 260. $77 400. One second, dear students. How to solve the receipt and payment problem also we will check. If they give you receipt and payment and if they ask you to solve the problems. Loss on sale of shares, have I taken wrong figure? 1 minute, dear students. The problem because only for this problem the printing has gone like this. Otherwise, every time we use this line now. Oh, loss on sale of shares is 8,100. 7060 is general expense. I took wrong figure. 8,100. कोई बात नहीं. We will change it. होता है. So many of you are doing live. You can also remind me. 157260. So what is the add total? Now the problem is not over. They have asked you to compare it with 158 300 plus 50,000 208 300 minus 77 400. 1,30,900 is your net profit as per Income Tax Act. Now, problem is not over. They have asked you option 2. If they opt for section 44 AD, presumptive taxation, then net profit will be 8% of the turnover. Why 8%? Because it's not digital they have given. So 8% of 12,11,500. 12,11,500. That's their turnover, dear students. प्लीज रिस्पॉन्ड, आर यू क्लियर? थोड़ा सा पेशेंस चाहिए, ऑनलाइन क्लास में इजी नहीं है प्रॉब्लम करवाना, provided you all are having printout. 96,920 is your income here, and if you maintain the books, your income is coming to more. ₹1,30,900. Here it is 96. So can he opt for the presumptive taxation? Yes. Conclusion: Mr. Shivam will opt for section 44AD presumptive taxation because the net profit is less, right? So like this, you have to solve the problem. Shall we take up one more problem very quickly? Yeah. 36th problem you can do as homework. If you want, I can discuss it orally for all of you. I think we'll take at least 15 minutes of class tomorrow to revise what we have done and then start capital gain, so it would be fine. 36th question I'm taking right now. And more questions of add and less, we will do it in computation of income, dear students. Start with the net profit, 2,34,000. Okay. Now, outrightly credit side, whatever is garbage, whatever is credited and not related to business, remove it. So GP ठीक है, commission ठीक है, sundry receipts, short-term profit, 41,000 is having an impact on this and it is not required. So just remove it. 41,000. Add salary, general expenses, allowed bed debts, reserve for losses. You cannot claim reserve and losses as your expense. Add back, disallowed. Are you getting? Fire insurance allowed, advertisement allowed. Interest on capital. If it is a proprietorship concern, you can't pay interest to yourself. So add back. Please don't follow this technique. Do it in notebook on your own with all my explanation in your ears, gone in your ears, and hiding the answer. Then check it, you will get confidence. Next, interest on bank loan allowed. Acquiring of patent. Oh, make this date as 23. इसको 23 करो. June 23 में 17,000, 17,000 you have purchased a patent. Now, if you purchase a patent, right, 17,000, this is a capital expenditure, and you have purchased a technical know-how. See, these two are intangible assets. You cannot debit in P&L account the cost of the asset. So add back 17 and 60. But at the same time, dear students, can I claim depreciation? Yes. So 17 and 60 add back because it's a capital expenditure. Now, can we claim depreciation on patent 17,000, 25%? Why 25%? Because it is used for full year from July. And on technical know-how, because it is purchased in March, less depreciation. So, yeah. Chalo. Now, after this, depreciation on plant and machinery is 28,000. So, depreciation as per books, add back. Provision for outstanding GST is 13,000. Provisions are not allowed. So you have to add back. But here there is one adjustment for that. Out of GST and custom duty, this provision 13,000. 3,000 is paid in July. Before due date of filing the return, you have paid 3,000. 8,000 is paid in October, gone. September is the last date. Yeah. For this SSC because iska return kab ja raha hai, he's 66 years. So July. So July ke pehle you have paid 3,000. October you paid 8,000 and balance is yet not paid. And the last date of filing the return is July. So before July, how much did you pay? 3,000. So how much will be added back? 10,000. I want to repeat. 10,000 is outstanding GST which is not paid as per section 43B वर्किंग नोट 1 में मैंने लिखा है, 43B के हिसाब से नहीं मिलेगा. See, these working notes are not copied from anywhere. These are own made. So I'm solving the problem exactly in the same way as you're going to solve in final exam. चलें साथ में. I want to repeat this. If there is any capital expenditure debited in P&L, add back. But at the same time, claim depreciation also. Next. Advertisement expense include diaries given to client. What you need to do? Allowed. Depreciation as per income tax, they have given ready 29,700. Salary to staff includes 8,000 paid to relative, which is unreasonable till the extent of 3,000. Add back. General expenditure include 4,800 incurred for training. 10,000 commission you have paid. All this is debited and it is allowed. Can you pay commission for your business? Yes. Compensation paid to terminate. If some employee is going, can you pay him compensation? Yes. So all these expenses are debited and allowed. Yeah. So nothing to do. And last one, income for X from company deposit is 12,000. It is not shown in P&L account. So 12,000, obviously, if it is interest on company deposit, it has to be taxable in income from other sources. So just net profit, add all this, less all this, you will get business income. And of course, then short-term capital gain and interest, jo bhi add kar do, gross total income. If you have paid LIP, this part if you don't understand now, okay. When you do second revision, you will follow. You can pay life insurance for self, spouse and children. Here we have paid for spouse, allowed. And I have not taken, but they will take deduction for donation also. See, donation, इसमें था, नहीं कोई और problem में था. Donation, if you pay, add it in the business income. It's not allowed donation as business expense. Separately, you get a deduction in 80G. Okay? Right? So now check all the add are over, all less are over, and your income is 324. He's a senior citizen, 66 years. 3 lakh is exempt, remaining pay 5% tax. वो भी rebate मिलेगा, तो the tax is nil. One thing, please calculate the tax only if they ask. If they just ask you calculate the income, just calculate the income and forget it. Clear to all of you? Right. Detailed solving. Can you imagine now why do I take 10 classes for business? This each problem takes at least I can say half an hour. अगर पूरा एक bit explain करके notebook में किए तो. So that's how we compute this income. Okay. 37th problem same. GP कुछ नहीं करना है. Bad debt not allowed earlier. Now see. Are you applying the knowledge what you have acquired in last 3 classes? So watch this video in sequence. Don't jump the videos. There will be some videos in which I'm just teaching the concept. Some videos like today in which we are just applying it and solving the problem. So bad debt not allowed earlier. Earlier I debited bad debt. Department said, no, this is not a bad debt, not allowed. So that time only they added back and paid tax. Now again, should I pay tax? No. So remove. If I remove, income means my profit will decrease. That's why bad debt recovered earlier only not allowed. Bad debt record was earlier disallowed, hence taxable in that year. Now not taxable again. Followed? Is my explanation clear? Right. Custom duty recovered. Earlier allowed as deduction. Now is it business income? Yes. And it is credited also. What I should do? Nothing. You have any doubt? Should I wait? 2 minutes I am waiting. It might happen that I am into 37 problem and your mind is stuck up here somewhere or you are following. I am again repeating this tick method will not help. Today it was some reason I could not log in at 11 o'clock. We got delayed. Otherwise, or एक problem तो पूरा writing. If you do it as homework, if you feel no ma'am, please solve one more problem, absolutely fine. I'll see your messages tomorrow and then I will start with capital. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. So custom duty, is it business income? Yes. What should I do? Nothing. Are you all with me? किसी को कोई doubt है? No doubt, all clear, then comment, no? Why comments have stopped now? Chalo. Gift received from father, 43,000 is a part of this, but it is not income. We all know. Gift is a capital receipt. It's not income. So nikal do. This was kachra, remove. This was kachra, remove. Garbage. Now debit side, office expense. Are you getting how I'm reading? Credit side, then debit side, then adjustment. I don't have to read the problem again and again. Office expenses allowed. Sundry expenses allowed. Entertainment allowed. Audit fees allowed. Legal charges allowed. Extension to the building, 6,000. Add back. It's a capital expenditure, not allowed. Depreciation on plant and machinery as per books, add back. Salary to staff allowed. Employees contribution allowed. Unapproved, approved gratuity fund, superannuation fund, okay. Unapproved fund में अगर आप पैसे डालोगे, it's not allowed as business expense. GST is allowed, and for provision of GST, they will give the point. So this 1 point, because it's related here, we can take it up now. Provision for GST represents an outstanding liability which is however paid on July 10th. Okay, great. So this GST was outstanding, but you have paid it in July 10th and your due date of filing the return is 31st July. So no need to disallow it. Scientific research, 100% expenditure is allowed and debited. Don't do anything. Clear? Right. Please remember, this is like little lack of time. So we are taking it like this. This ticking will not help. You are understanding my explanation because it's a homework. And at home, when you solve it, just write the duration. If you write 20 minutes, next problem you write 18 minutes, it's going in your subconscious mind. And you will definitely come out of this कि मैम आई एम नॉट एबल टू कंप्लीट माय पेपर इन 3 hours. अपने आप आपकी स्पीड बढ़ेगी प्रोवाइडेड यू आर टेलिंग टू योर सबकॉन्शियस माइंड ओके 22 minutes लगा 20 minutes लगा. ठीक है, राइट. In P&L account, 19,000 scientific research is debited. Okay. It's not related to business. Okay. Outside also you can donate. It's allowed. Next, he also purchased 30,000 for carrying out scientific research a plant, but neither they have debited this not. So for scientific research, if you have purchased a plant, it's a capital expenditure, still it is fully allowed, but you didn't deduct it, so now you deducted. That time you didn't debit, now you debit. Now if you debit, what's the impact on profit? Profit will come down. Out of bonus, ये देखो bonus था ना 36. 4,000 is paid, 26,000 is paid in July, तो ये तो allowed है 4 और 26. 30 तो allowed है. Remaining 6,000 is paid in November, gone. Section 43B. Employee related payments, if they are outstanding, you have to pay it before 31st of July. तो आप क्या करोगे इसको 6,000 को add back करोगे. Bonus disallowed under 43B as it is paid after the due date of filing the return of income. Depreciation on plant and machinery as per income tax is 19,000. Books का add करो, income tax का ले लो. GST 38,000. Is there GST 38,000? Yes. This includes interest for late payment. So when GST is paid late, that is allowed as expense. But then there is a penalty of 10,000. Add back. Penalty, ek to galti karo. And you are paying penalty of GST and you want to allow as business. But ma'am, it's a business expense. Business se related to I am paying penalty. Tomorrow you will go to jail and you will pay fine. So you will say, wo bhi allow karo. No. Illegal expenses are not allowed. Bribing, hafta, no. Provision for GST is outstanding, but it was paid in July. Allowed. Salary to staff includes pension paid. Allowed. To our former employee who is deceased and to his wife, if we are paying pension for as an employee, it's an expense for me. Whether I pay pension to employee or whether I pay pension to his family member, it's an expense, it is allowed. So all ads are clear, all less are clear. You get this income from other sources, gross total income. अगर PPF और कुछ पे किया है तो deduction. Notes I have given for all the explanations. Only just notes. This much only you should write in exam. Don't write para after para. Valir को नहीं पढ़ाना है कि income कैसे compute करो. 38 problem is homework and no hint I want to give. Except like this, you will be able to derive. One thing is very nice. They have debited here legal expenses. $44,000. And now they are saying legal expenses are paid 4,000 to be an employee of Raj for filing the return. Is it allowed? Yes. And debited, nothing to do. 5,000 paid to C is not my employee, but for preparation of the return of income. Allowed. 11,000 to advocate. Bahar, koi advocate hai for him. So can we pay legal fees to other than employees, outsiders, advocates, chartered accountant, lawyers to get the certificates and all? Yes. And it is allowed. So no add, no less. Rest of the problem is easy. This one without fail, you do it as homework. Though this is for company and at inter level you are asked individual and HUF, and don't go by size of the problem. Ma'am, itne bade problem aate hain. No. It is covering up good adjustments of 2-3 problems. For example, if you can check, family planning includes capital expenditure 2,500. Yera. Family planning expenses 3,000 debited. In that 2,500 is capital. So how much is revenue expense? 500. Allowed. And capital expenditure 2,500 ka bhi 1/5 allowed. Ma'am, did you teach this? Yes. In section 36, I said family planning expense are allowed only for Indian company. So don't think कि मैम ये company का है क्यों practice करें. There are beautiful adjustments, so practice it. And rest, don't worry. Add and less thoda or keep doing it more perfectly till we reach computation of income. There you will practice more with me. Add and less. So how much revenue expense is allowed? 500. Capital is 2,500. So how much is allowed? 1,000. How much they have debited? 3,000. So add back kitna hoga? 2,000. Reserves not allowed. So like this, rest of the problem is simple. You can do it. Okay? Right. This still has assessment of partnership firm. So I'm closing the class here with homeworks. Tomorrow, half the class will be business head for discussing all your doubts. But promise me in between, add less problems what I have left. You complete it. I will do assessment of partnership firm and then we will start with capital key. Any problem I have given as homework and you feel, no ma'am, we didn't get it, let us discuss it tomorrow more. That's all for today's class. And the mantra for today, the prayer every day is I take 100% responsibility for all my actions, behaviors, decisions, emotions, blaming, anger, everything. When we take responsibility, we get the power within. Okay, this went wrong. How can I correct it for the next time? And today's very important mantra is if some of your friend is going through some tough time, how compassionate we are. Dil se we care so much for him. Yes or no? Ekdam dil se. Right? Then why so many times we are over harsh with ourselves? We criticize ourselves for physical appearance, for this chashma, for someone saying something, or for so stop that, please. Stop being your self-critic. Up to a limit, it is good benchmark to keep a control on yourself. But beyond that, if you're criticizing yourself too much, you're lowering your self-esteem and your confidence. So accept yourself, love yourself, and then strive together, march together for making yourself better each day. There are so many things going on in surrounding which are negative, but forget it. My whole focus is on how can I be better than myself, how I was yesterday. Then we have done a worth on it, right? So take this. Even if something goes wrong with a close friend, we honestly, Dil se advise him so well. So can we do the same thing with ourselves? Can we speak very softly, lovingly with ourselves rather than criticizing and getting angry? That will work on your confidence like anything. Apply it and let me know in Telegram when I upload this lecture. If you have written the notes, if you have solved the problem in writing, if you have written the comparative what I gave for 44 AD, do click the picture and send. It will motivate others also. Bye, all of you. See you all tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Keep patience for business head and capital gain. Salary इससे भी बड़ा है, but छोटा 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 it's easy. This will take time. Okay? Right. See you all tomorrow. Bye bye.